la mer qu'on voit danser le long des golfes clairs a des reflets d'argent, la mer, des reflets changeants sous la pluie. La mer au ciel d'été confond ses blancs moutons avec les anges si purs. La mer, bergère d'azur infinie.
Hey everybody, so we left Fort Pierce yesterday and we did just a really quick day sail to Palm Beach. We left it pretty early in the morning. I don't know, let me see my log. Yeah, we left at 9:43 Z, so that was before light. That was like 4:43 in the morning. And we basically went wing and wing the whole way. It was a very uneventful, smooth ride as we just did a day sail basically down there. We were mostly in like 43 feet of water. We didn't go more than maybe a couple of miles offshore. We stayed pretty close to shore the whole way. But what was interesting was when we actually came into Palm Beach, and I don't know, I suppose it started.
We were quite a ways out, actually.
You could see the inlet.
Yeah, we could see the inlet,
Yes.
so probably
yes,
what, like
you could see it.
we might have been 2 or 3 miles away from the inlet still.
We started seeing dolphins. It's like they were swimming around the boat. Anyway, on one side, we would see them swim, and then they would jump, and then it was as if they went around under the boat, around the other side, and came back again. They were circling our boat. They were always diving on the one side, and we were just focused on them. They were they're so smooth. They're so smooth. And actually, we saw more than one infant dolphin, and at least, well, more than one time, we saw a mother and a baby jumping together in just perfectly choreographed. You couldn't have done it better. They were just in unison.
We saw a couple of flip. You know, they go up and do complete flips, just like you'd see at SeaWorld or something.
Right, as if they were trained.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I don't know if they were showing off or what, but they
They
were sure
launched
having fun.
themselves straight out of a wave.
Yeah, they'd come out
Yes.
the side of a wave.
Yes.
Yeah. And there was this one little one, it was a small one. It was kind of funny, it's like everybody was going with the boat, you know, towards the bow.
Yes.
And then this guy would just come all by himself and he'd jump out of the way backwards and go the other way. You know, it's like, okay guys, get around with the rest of your friends. You know, he just wanted to do things his own way, I guess.
He was probably doing circles around everybody.
Yeah. Some of them were spotted,
Yes.
which was interesting. I hadn't seen spotted dolphins before. That was kind of new.
But this went on for how long? We watched
Oh, it was like
and watched and
it was like an
watched.
hour, maybe an hour and a half. I mean, we were like 3 miles out, like you said, and they were still going right up until the inlet.
It
So
was really the highlight of the entire trip. Everything else
Yes.
was just pre-sailing, but sailing. And all of
Everything
a
else
sudden-
was has been.
And then all of a sudden these dolphins start coming up around us.
I think we got some pictures of the dolphins. Sam was trying to take pictures of them on his phone, but it was hard to catch them because you never know when they're going to jump. So you've got like miles of footage of just water, and then all of a sudden one jump. You know. But
Yeah.
when you're just watching it constantly the whole time, then, you know, with your eyes, you can see everything. But it was hard to catch on film and hard to time it right.
I've got enough.
So we'll show you some pictures of dolphins.
Come on, come out of the water. There. There's one right there. Oh, jump right over there. Jump. Oh, come on, they're everywhere. Another one jumped over there. We left this morning at about 5 in the morning, just before sunrise, and motored out of the inlet at Fort Pierce. was really hard to see, and it's a fairly narrow inlet, but we went out with the tide and got about 2 miles offshore and then turned south towards West Palm Beach. And actually we're going to go to Jupiter Inlet first, and then we're going to turn a little more inland to go to West Palm Beach. Winds are about 11, gusts 13, well I guess they're 15 right now. And we're heading 160 at about 4.8 knots. We're jib and jigger. Wind's almost directly off our stern right now, and so we're doing pretty well. Seas are like 3 feet. It's a white cap every now and again, but nothing of interest. It's a pretty easy sail. I don't know if you can see our friends in the distance. We're only about 1.5 miles offshore right now. The Gulf Stream is pretty close to us. You go 2 or 3 miles out and you're in the Gulf Stream. There was a little bit of a rain shower this morning, not much, it just sprinkled on us before the sun came up. I think I've shown you guys this before. Here's our nav pod.
And I suppose we'll stay here for a couple of days and then continue on south. I don't know that we're going to stay here very long. This is just a stopover on our way south.
But we were so happy to have smooth water. I mean, maybe that's why the dolphins were around and just having fun themselves. But it was very smooth ride.
Yeah, it was like 74 degrees. And we had a little light rain here and then. Let me see what I said the winds were. They were out of the north at 16. I think we saw a little over 20 once. And we made pretty good time. We were making 6 knots most of the way, wing and wing. So.
Hey y'all, we just decided to change our pattern from jib and jigger to wing and wing. And this boat actually likes to do it. It's easier to get wing and wing on Grace than on just about anything else that I've sailed. It's really easy. But we've got to watch out for a jibe. We don't have a jibe preventer, so that's why I've got my hand on the sheet. So if it even starts to go the other way, I start pulling it in really fast. But anyway, we're doing 5 knots now and 11 knots of wind, straight downwind. So that's pretty good. That'll get us to our destination on time. I was a little worried when we left this morning. I wanted to leave last night to buy us more time. I don't like going into anchorages that I've never been to at night. So at this rate, we should be able to make West Palm Beach by about 3:30 or 4 if we can keep this up.
It was a nice fun sail. I do assume it, okay. So we had the mainsail out to the port side, and we had the Genoa out to the starboard side, and that gives a whole lot of sail area when you're running downwind. And the wind was almost directly off our stern. I try and keep the wind a little to one side so that I don't have to worry about the main boom crash jibing from one side to the other. But for the most part, it's running straight downwind. And I really don't want it to crash jibe because we don't have a jibe preventer or a boom brake yet. And so a crash jibe with 650 square foot of sail would be rather dramatic, and I don't want to do that.
Our friends had a crash jibe during one of the trips themselves, and it tore their solar panel off.
Yeah, our friends had a crash jibe, and it damaged their solar panels. They weren't very happy. We got them all fixed. That was on the previous trip. Anyway, catch y'all later. See you next time.